everybody, I'm Melissa and welcome back to Book Bar and welcome to my 2024 wrap-up where I will talk about all of the stats from 2024. So in the year of 2024, obviously, I read 255 books. I didn't write down how many I DNF'd. That's okay. I read a total of 95,210 pages. 27 books made me cry. 149 of my reads had some form of representation in them, whether that be LGBTQIA+, BIPOC, mental health, disability, some form of representation in it. I want that number to go up next year. I want it to be higher for sure. I want to read less books that have no rep in them than I do books that have rep in them. And then I read 101 new to me authors, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I had 89 5 stars, 63 4.5 stars, 48 4 stars, 31 3.5 stars, 14 3 stars, 3 2.5 stars, and nothing lower than that, which is amazing. My average rating was about 4.25 stars, a little bit lower, but I just rounded it up. I listened to 110 audiobooks. I read 39 physical books. I had 49 books that I somehow read physically and listened, whether that be audio, ebook, or audio physical. And I've read 57 ebooks. So whether that's KU, library, all sorts of different ways, ARCs. I read 124 new releases. I'll put up a graph right here, or chart right here, and I'll put the number for 2023. I didn't write it down. 41 releases between 2020 and 2022. 23 books that were released between 2010 and 2019, and then one book that was released before 2009 or before 2010. I read 87 traditionally published books and 168 indie mostly self-published books. Because a lot of the indie publishers, and that is strictly the edition that I was reading. So I read one of Elsie Silver's Gold Rush Ranch series books. Maybe I read two, I don't remember. But I read that, and that was originally indie, and the versions that I own are indie. They are now traditionally published, but I don't have those versions, and those are the versions I'm reading. So I read the indie versions of those. Then where I sourced these books from, I listened to 84 books from the library, which I think is amazing. Although I did listen to 50 that I bought physically, that I had bought from Audible. 4 library ebooks, 37 books were from Kindle Unlimited, 7 books were from Audible Plus, 2 books were from AnyPlay, which is why I no longer have AnyPlay as a subscription, and I had 3 owned ebooks that I read prior to this year. 16 ARC ebooks and 8 ARC audiobooks, which is pretty good. Then I had 53 contemporary romances that I read, 16 historical romances that I read, 39 fantasy romances / paranormal romances, 19 dark romances, 10 holiday romances, 45 sports romances, 57 small town romances, which I know technically dark, small town, and sports and holiday all could fall under the contemporary romance genre, but I do like to break it off just to see how many I am reading of each one. So contemporary was my highest. I read 4 fantasy sci-fi books and 7 mystery thriller horror books. I kind of combine those all. I know monthly I'll break them down, but when I do it on my spreadsheet, they're all under one, and then I know which month I read of each one. And then I read 4 nonfictions and 5 comic graphic novels, mangas. My most read author was Devney Perry / Willa Nash, the same person. She writes under, I don't think she really writes under the Willa Nash pen name anymore, but she used to. I think there was originally going to be a difference, but it ended up not really being one. So I read 11 of those. Part of that is I did binge the entire Eden series this year, which helped with that. I do have a vlog linked above. I read 5 books from Helen Scher, all in the same Legends of Thasmar series. I read the 4 main books and then also Slaying the Shadow Prince. I read 5 books from Laura Pavlov, all in the same series, all from the Magnolia Fall series that she published the entire series in 1 year. 4 Ashley Munoz books, all from the same series, the Stone Riders MC. 4 books from Catherine Cowles, not all from the same series, but her most recent 4 books. All 4 books she published last year. 4 Samantha Young books, all in the same series, all published last year. And 4 Elsie Silver books, 2 of them previously published, 2 were published last year. In my audio statistics, my most listened to narrator was Jacob Morgan / Zachary Weber. Again, same person, just under 2 different names. I think originally he had wanted them to be separate, but everyone knows that it's him. He said it on like interviews and stuff, so we know it's not like some big secret. But I listened to 11 books that he narrated. I listened to 9 books that Connor Crace narrated, 8 from Jason Clark, 7 from Savannah Beachwood and Teddy Hamilton, both, obviously not together, but separate. 6 from Samantha Brentmore, 6 from Shane East, and then 5 from both Eva Erickson and Sebastian Grove. So those were my most listened to narrators. Jacob Morgan, Teddy Hamilton, those are some of my favorites. Samantha Brentmore is I love her books. Listening to her narrate Savannah Beachwood, amazing. So yeah, that is my statistics for the year. I will put up some other graphs. I have my color cover graph that I'll put up here. My most read cover color was blue, and then black were the 2 biggest pieces of the pie. Now we're gonna go into my series, which I know a lot of people do series, they do a full separate video of series. I'm just gonna add it all into one. So I'm gonna grab my computer, my trusty dusty computer, and I'm gonna screen record. Sorry if you can hear what's going on outside. I thought I was home alone, but I guess not. Okay, I got my trusty computer. I'm gonna screen record. Sorry, I had to have a little bit of a intermission. My aunt came home, and so I stopped filming for a little bit. Also, I'm at a different angle because again, I stopped filming for a little bit. But I've shown this spreadsheet before. This is my 2025 one. It's all, I just copy the page over into every spreadsheet. So this has series that I am in the middle of completed. So in 2024, I completed 21 series. A couple of those I had been reading for years. Like the Chloe Lease one, the final Bergman Brother book just came out last year. Same with the Love Light Farm series finally came out. A couple of them I had just been putting off. The Priest series, books like that. The Lex Martin, I kind of stayed consistent when they were coming out. And then I started I continued on in, I think it was 15 series that I had started that had their next, the next book. I stayed consistently caught up on them. The Fallen Men, Crescent City, the Girl Meets Duke series, I finally got caught up. The Luna Sisters, Kings of Sin series, Candy Steiner series, It Was For Me Nothing series. And then I started, I think it was 29 series that only have one book out, or I read all of the books that are up to that point, up to now. I started them this year, so my favorite series of last year, the Kindred Curse Saga, one of my, the Seattle Scorpion series, all 3 of those books came out last year. The final book, Rolled Out, comes out this year and comes out this month. I should put the title in there. And then I started 50 series that have more than one book out already, that I haven't continued on in. And then I have it broken down. These series down here are series that I think I've DNF'd. I haven't officially decided that I'm DNFing them. These 4 I definitely am DNFing. I DNF'd these prior to last year. I didn't add any to this. The ones that I think I might continue are, I could probably put this one, honestly. I have no desire to continue, so this can go here. I don't think I want to read the Spider's Meat trilogy. There's more books. So we're going to move that. The Fae and Alchemy series, I do want to try again. So I'm not doing it. That's why it's not even highlighted. I kind of want to try the First in the City again and the Playing for Keeps series, but who knows. And then these are all books that like I just don't think I'm going to continue, but like I haven't officially like DNF'd them. And then same with all of these new like gray series are like ones that I just don't, they're very, very low priority if I ever do continue. The ones that are like the brownish color are high priority, like need to continue. It's like the Never After series. I only have one book I need to read. It just came out in like October or November, so it's not like I'm like that far behind. The Divine Between, I don't know why I didn't read Between Fear and Favor last year, but I didn't and I should. The Elle Kennedy series, I own them. I need to read them. Salacious Players Club, again, I own them. I need to read them. So it's just things like that that like I know I need to continue. But yeah, I started 50 series. Obviously, you will have seen my 25 books to read in 2025. There are some of these series on there. Clearly, I need to continue. There are series that need to happen. They need to happen. But yeah, that is my 2024 wrap up. Obviously, I'm gonna kind of talk about goals. I did kind of in my like update of where I've been, but I did set my Goodreads goal to 150 books, which I should be able to do even with my new pace of reading. I should be able to hit 150. I want to DNF more. I have already done that. Like I DNF'd a book I was having a great time with it, and then it just like the tone kind of shifted, and I was like, I don't really care to continue to force myself to finish a book just because I want to finish it, or just because I started it. I need to be better about that, and I want to be more intentional about like my purchases that I make for books, whether that be audiobook, ebook, physical book. I mean, I don't really ever buy ebooks unless I intend to read them right away, but audiobook and physical book. Obviously, like books like Elsie Silver's Wild Side or the Catherine Cowles books, like I will buy those because I want to keep my series. I want the series to all match. I want everything to be the same, and I'm not gonna risk them not matching. And I know I'm probably gonna love them. I'm gonna want them eventually anyways, so I might as well just buy them as they're coming out. But like other books that like I haven't read yet, I don't want to buy them unless it's been like if I'll put it in my cart on Amazon and just like leave it in my cart for a couple days, and like, you know, or I'll go to Barnes & Noble and I'll look at a book and I'll think about it, and then like if I come back and I'm like I still really want it, I'll get it. But I'm not gonna be like I need to get it. So same with like audiobooks, like I'm not just gonna purchase an audiobook because it's on Whispersync and I have the ebook. Like I'm gonna think about it. Like if I'm not gonna read it in the next 5 to 10 days and physically, and I think I can get to it audiobook wise in the next 5 to 10 days, and I really want to read it, then I'll do it. And I also don't need to be like super stingy with my credits. I have 5 or 6 between my dad has been spending a lot of credits on the account that we share. I taught him how to use them, and now he just goes and buys them, so that kind of sucks, but it's his money, so it's fine. But I do have quite a few credits of my own on my own account that is just my account, and then I think there's still 1 or 2 on the account that we share that he's told me he doesn't care if I use it, but he also isn't going to not use it just because it's there. But again, the books that he buys are a lot more expensive than the books that I buy, and like the books that I buy tend to go on sale because again, I read a lot of indie books that do go on sale. He reads a lot of traditionally published mystery thrillers, so they're gonna be more expensive. But yeah, so I want to be more intentional about what I buy and when I buy it, and I want to just enjoy things. I want to rate based on vibes. Last couple of years, I've tried to do like a spreadsheet where I, have a whole formula, and I enjoy it, but sometimes it's just like I don't want to think like I gave a book 5 stars because I loved it. I had a great experience with it. Like Onyx Storm might not be a good book. Who knows when it comes out what it'll be like, but I'm probably going to give that book 5 stars because I'm going on a book retreat with my book club where we're going to spend the whole weekend reading it. So it's just going to be good vibes, good experience, good times that I'm going to like those memories are going to be what gives it 5 stars, not necessarily even the book. So I just want to rate more on vibes and like how I'm feeling when I read a book. And I want to be better about writing reviews and like sticking to it. Like I was really good last year at the beginning of the year, then mental health, life sucked, dragged down. And I want to be better about it. And I want to continue to try and grow my channel or my Instagram following, like whether that gets me to a position where I can become an author PA or something. I do want to be like, I do want to just continue, and I want to do this for myself, not for other people. So like this video, I had like 3 other videos I was gonna film before this and then post this one, and I just didn't feel like doing it. I didn't want to. I wanted to read. I wanted to watch YouTube. I wanted to work on my other hobbies and crafts that I'm working on, which is another thing. I want to focus more on like doing hobbies and like having fun. My dad bought these Myrtle puzzles for us that my grandma was working on, and like they're, you know, logic puzzles, and I've been having a great time. I do like 4 or 5 a day. I love it. I don't like it gets, it's a great, like while I'm watching a show or doing something, like it's a great other activity that gets me out of the bookish space for a while, but like I'm still like thinking and reading, because you have to read that, but it's not an activity I can do while I'm like listening to an audiobook. But I also want to continue like crocheting. I want to finally finish a blanket. I'm halfway done with my 2024 one. I'm going to continue it. I'm going to finish it. I am determined to finish it this year. So spend a little bit of time coloring. I love it. It's so relaxing and fun, and I just have a great time with it. But yeah, that is it for now. I know this is kind of ranty and whatever, but if you made it to the end of this video, leave me a check mark emoji, just because, you know, goals, checking off what I did last year, all that fun stuff. And if you made it to the end of this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really helps me out, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye.